Hello everybody! Welcome back to Commander Orca, and we are going to play some more Archmage Rises today. I'm thinking today we start a whole new game from scratch.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we will hit new game. Oh yeah, ignore my other save file, which is named after a Star Wars planet. I've been naming every single world after Star Wars planets.
Okay, I just have to say already you're becoming one of my favorite streamers.
Oh yay, thank you!
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'm going through this like Star
Yeah.
Wars phase, I guess, again. And so
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
rewatching all the movies from the start, and I think like just not binge watching because
Yeah.
but I get up first thing in the morning every
Uh-huh.
Wednesday to watch The Mandalorian.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's
so
amazing!
yeah, and so it's the first thing I do after I get my kid. Of
Uh-huh.
course, I get my kids out for
Right, yes.
school, and then as soon as they're at the door, I watch The Mandalorian,
Oh,
just so that I don't get any spoilers or anything.
yeah.
And it's the first thing I do. But yeah, I'm in the Star Wars phase, so I love it. Mustafar,
Yay!
that's
That makes me
amazing.
so happy. I'm a huge Star Wars geek. I have been since I was about 5. As a matter of fact, I have a lightsaber right here, just off screen, that I've been swinging around wildly.
Nice,
But yeah,
that's amazing.
so I think for planets that I've named worlds after, so far we've done Alderaan, which tragically is the only save file I've actually died in. And it was really early on, and I felt really sad because I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think we've done Hoth, Camino, Tatooine, and Batuu, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is like the Star Wars planet that Disney World's Galaxy's Edge takes place at. So, is there a Star Wars planet, Phil, that you would like to name this world after today?
This is diving deeper into Star Wars lore because I don't think it's actually mentioned in the movies, but Ord Mantell.
Oh, okay. I love Ord Mantell. That one's in Bad Batch a lot, right?
I think so. I know it was in a lot of like the old legacy stuff. Legends, I think they call it now. I think it was in a lot of video games back in the day. Like I feel like you go to Ord Mantell on Shadows of the Empire from like Nintendo 64 era, maybe.
Wow, nice. I love to deep dive into the lore stuff because, like I said, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was probably too young to be a Star Wars fan, and my parents had me like, we were a big household for reading, so I would read the books growing up. And I've just started the Phasma book actually today. I went out and bought it earlier this afternoon, so I was like, this is interesting.
Awesome. I love Phasma.
Really?
It's amazing. Yeah, I like just like having a clone, or not clone trooper. Stormtrooper is just, I don't know, it's so cool. And I was just watching, okay, so I don't know this for a fact. I didn't check it up yet, but I was rewatching the sequel trilogy. I'm in the middle of watching The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
And I think it's in the Last Jedi when she's fighting against Finn.
Yeah.
And he's using one of those vibroblade type thing. It's not a vibroblade, but I know it's like one of those
vibro executioner thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fighting her with that, and she's got this long staff. To me, and this is just pure theory time.
Okay.
But that staff looks like the same type of staff that Din Djarin had in the second season of The Mandalorian. So I was wondering if that was made out of Beskar because he was fighting like her with it. So I was like, oh. And the sound of it kind of sounds cool too. So anyway, that was just my theory, is that she is wielding a Beskar staff.
It is not out of the question. Because I mean, like the First Order followed the Empire, and the Empire got their hands on a lot of Beskar. Like I'm certain they have a lot of that stuff stocked up somewhere hidden that they plan to do nefarious things with. And so for Phasma, because she was pretty. I'm getting it on a tangent, and we can come back to it a little more in a second. But she's pretty well respected in the First Order. So if anyone's gonna have Beskar, it's probably Phasma.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay, so
hey, Little Lebowski.
Oh, Little Lebowski says that they love Archmage Rises, which is great because we also love Archmage Rises. You are in the right place. So, we will jump into the game, and then as I'm getting lost in the world, which is inevitable, we can talk more about Star Wars. All right, so
Speaking of which,
oh yes, sorry, go ahead.
when you make worlds based on Star Wars worlds, I make characters based on Star Wars characters. So I have like Pax Vizsla and
oh my gosh, nice. I love it. Okay, all right, so 346 years ago, the Empire fell, brought to ruin by Ulrich the Free. Legends speak of other great people, Bernerid the True, who converted 150 renegades in a single day, Aldart of Bekun, who revolutionized casting, and then destroyed his own work and vanished, young Warren the Lion, King of Narsadon at 17 and Emperor at 23. Most of the land is ruled by the noble house of Lundarin, faithful followers of Astavard, god of beauty. Nowhere in the land of Ord Mental will you find more ardent defenders of peace or adversaries of all that is evil and ugly. Opposed to them are the regal lords of the Nandin clan, who trace their ancestry back to Warren himself, and will not rest until they've restored the great Narsadonian Empire of old, no matter how many towns and provinces must be destroyed to do it. A lesser noble house, the line of Alhassa, rules the waterways of Velun, content to bide their time and grow rich through trade and transport. In a rustic corner of the land lies a simple village, ruled by a minor lord of the house of Orindor. Trouble hasn't come to this poor community in 200 years since the Mage Wars. But wolves lurk nearby, often glimpsed in the forests at dusk. Rumors of Edens keep all but the most brave or the most foolhardy close to home. Oh! Welcome to Cetacean Squadron, MA6200. Welcome, thank you for the follow. Rumors of Edens keep all but the most brave or most foolhardy close to home. It is exactly 9:23 p.m. on my reading comprehension. Mamer 18th. The peace of the village is broken by a woman's desperate cry. Alright. Character creation. So, we're going to choose the first option here, which is boy. And our name is... Oh! We can change... Oh! Okay! I'm sorry. I did not know I could type my name in. I've been playing with the procedurally generated name every single playthrough because I didn't realize I could change the name. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, shall we
It's a lot
choose?
easier to see it now because you didn't, like, you could always change it. It just, you didn't really know it until now we got a nice big box there.
Well, I'm very happy about this. This is exciting.
This is where I've been, like, picking Star Wars names like Vizsla and when I played as a girl, I was Sabine.
Nice.
And yeah, so.
All right. So, do we want to choose a villain's name or a hero's name?
Ooh. Bob.
Bob. Do we want to go with Bob? Because that's really funny. But also, I feel like keeping in the theme of Star Wars names is important.
Is there a Bob in Star Wars? I can't remember.
Do you want me to? I can Wikipedia this. Do you want to Wikipedia this?
There's a BB-8.
There is. Can we name ourselves BB-8?
Boba Fett. There we go. Boba
Fett. That's perfect. There we go. Boba Fett. All right. Okay, we are now Boba Fett.
Jar Bobs.
Darth Bob. Oh no, it's Darth Bob. The midwife proclaims it's a stunning baby boy named Boba Fett. But the chat told me to choose it. I should pause and say, chat.
They are just as guilty.
Chat, how committed are we to this bit? Do we want to keep going with the first option thing, or are we ready to change tactics and think these things through? It looks like we just got expelled.
We got expelled anyway, so...
Okay. Alright. Mere days before swearing the 9-point oath and joining the conclave as an apprentice mage, the chapter master informs you that due to circumstances outside of his control, you've been unjustly expelled. It seems ludicrous, but a record was misplaced in the archives of the conclave, and now the past 3 years of your education never happened, and neither are you permitted to begin again. What do you take with you as you prepare to depart? That makes me feel genuine anger. Oh, how dare you expel me? I did nothing but cause minimal amounts of trouble for my classmates and learn. Alright, so it looks like the chat is saying let fate decide or roll a D&D dice for choosing things. But I think, is this like the last part of character creation?
This is the last one.
Last one, okay. So we'll stick with that first option thing, because we're still getting that thing to let fate decide. Unless I have dice. Oh, wow. I don't have like a D&D one, but I unironically have what I believe is a Pokemon dice right here.
Oh. Nice.
So, how would we decide this? Because there's 3 options, and it's a 6-sided die. I think I'm supposed to call it die, not dice. Is dice singular or is die?
That's a die, yeah.
Die, okay.
So, maybe like 1 and 2 is hatchet. 3, 4 is sword. 5, 6 bow.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna roll this. Oh, I hope I don't accidentally knock over my stream setup or hit expensive technology. Here we go. Rolling dice. Alright. So now that hopefully everything's okay here with technology, we can jump back in and we can take this bow, this wood axe, roll of bandages, caltrop at 200 gold, and be expelled into the world.
Okay, so I want to show you something that's cool, because this is new, and I don't know if you've seen this. I mean, you would have seen the screen, but I don't think you would have noticed this particular thing because of the new character creator that you have not played before. And for anyone who is watching and who has bought EA Access, that whole character creator thing was like you experienced. It was brand new. It used to be a lot shorter, where you just picked the person that you hung out with in the beginning, which was the ranger, and then you would just pick a teacher, which would give you a set spells and stuff. So
and
that whole experience is different.
Your name, if you were someone who wasn't me and you paid attention to what was happening, so you could change your name.
And your name. So this whole experience gives you like XP and all that kind of stuff. So the start of this will be a little different than what you're used to.
Okay.
So 2 things. Now, if you go into your relationship tab, what's going to show up is your students, your fellow students. So you can actually see like, hey, how did I do? Like, he's indifferent. Is anybody my friend? Did anybody hate me? All that kind of stuff.
Joan does.
Yeah. So, and these now became real NPCs who are in the game who you will run into at some point. And they will remember. I mean, right now we're still working on the NPC interactions. That's the very first update that we're going to do, where they're going to remember who you are, and they're going to insult you if they hated you, or like warmly welcome you if you were their friend, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's new. And then because in the previous one where they just gave you the spells, now you've kind of earned some, but you've also earned experience points. So you want to spend those experience points to actually get more spells. So you'll have more than just the 3 that you're starting off. So if you go over to research, that will bring up all the spells and your XP points. So you don't have anything in arcane, so you can't buy any of those spells. But scrolling down, I see that you've got some in fire, and I think you got some in storm, maybe. So you can go and buy some spells on there. So you can get like lightning bolt and force push.
Nice.
And fire, you can get like fire shield and fireball and some other stuff like that.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, this is so exciting. I also see here a pet slot. I can have a pet, and that makes me very happy and excited.
Yes.
I sadly have no pets in real life, but every time I play a video game, I'm like, pets, please. All right. This is awesome. I'm excited to see this new setup. Also, I want to note that like the new character creation thing was awesome. I loved
thank you.
storytelling and the options, and I felt that it was a really fun way to do character creation because already, like I said, like you're coming into the game engaged and invested, emotionally invested. At least I'm emotionally invested.
Yeah, you got relationships already and all that stuff. And you have a weapon now, so you can equip that too. That's one thing that I often forget to do.
Yeah, same.
Is go and equip the weapon that I have. So you've got a bow. So that might be a good thing to equip.
Okay, oops. I also have a hatchet.
Let's
see. Do I just
really good.
or
I think if you can drag it over to your right hand. There you go. Because you're right-handed apparently.
Okay. Okay, so the last time I played this game, we instantly got a letter telling us where to go and what to do. I don't know if I've missed that or if I actually haven't gotten it yet.
No, so yeah, that is another difference between the demo and the early access release. So for those of you who had missed the demo, we launched you into a quest right away. You got this letter, you need to go to the chapter house, and it kind of springs you off into this. But this time, like one of the feedback that we've gotten during the demo was, are you getting rid of that starter quest? It's not that people didn't like it, but they were just like, we want something that's open. You could just like drop us in here and then we can start doing whatever we want to do. Right. And so we wanted to allow that, but also for those of you who, myself included, need a little bit of direction in the beginning, we kind of hit this middle ground where any building that you come into in this first town, every single one of them will offer you a quest. Ooh, okay. So if you go into the inn, the market, the outfitter, all of them will need help with something. So if you go into any one of those, you can find a quest to complete. Awesome.
Emma Umferville has a quest for us. Let's see. For you, you're not even a real mage yet. Fine. Ooh. Go kill some goblins for me. There are several bands outside of town that have been a thorn in my side for months. With the council visiting soon, we're all far too busy to deal with them, so you might as well do it. Ouch. She just like insulted me and then like added an insult. She's like, you're insignificant. We can sacrifice you to the goblins. Shall we pick up this quest? How funny would that be? I'm sorry, this is a tangent, but like, if you went up to people in real life asking for quests.
We should do it. That makes me really want to do like an Archmage Rises in real life.
Yeah. All right. I feel like we should actually consider that because that would be really funny. And I'm sure eventually you'd have to get someone who's at least like a fan of RPGs and games who would give you a random quest.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Okay. It's the caravan problem. Okay, so a large caravan passes with carts loaded to the brim and a hired company of guardsmen. A single cart seems to be lagging behind the pack. Upon getting closer, you see that a wheel has broken and they are attempting to replace it. This was in the quest that I was playing too. And so I've almost always chosen the same thing because every time I'm like, I have to help and be as useful as possible and fix the cart. So I've chosen that one a lot of times, but I'm curious. Oh my gosh, someone in the chat has already said to nick the sack.
Nick the sack.
Okay. Is anyone like vehemently against this because I do think this would be fairly
low fat's thing.
Oh, low fat's
fat
agreeing.
Is with it. Yeah.
This is a very Boba Fett move, I think, to be honest.
I feel like that too.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Stealth check. We failed by 1. That's so unfortunate. Okay, we're saying to butter up the driver. The chat has spoken. I was going to ask if we wanted to go the opposite of what we had just done and try to help, but chat was like, let's butter up the driver. Okay. The driver dodges most questions about what's in the cart, where they're headed, and how long the journey is. However, he opens up about the guild in general, and you slowly get him to open up about working for the guild and his love of horses and riding. Okay, should we further discuss horses, or should we leave the conversation? Oh my gosh, Captain Grace is crime time. The chat's feeling a bit chaotic today.
I think so. I think we're becoming a chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Maybe?
What is that? Yeah.
Or chaotic neutral?
Yeah, chaotic.
Guess horses.
I think it's chaotic evil as
well. Steal the wheel and then sell it back to them.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I do have to discuss that in this game, it is an open mage simulator, so you can be as evil or as good as you want to be.
Okay.
And so a lot of people don't know this, but in the stores, you can actually steal things.
What?
If you want to be an evil mage, you can actually go in and rob them. And yeah.
Oh.
So
Captain
be the
Gray.
evil mage you want to see in the world.
Captain Gray, I don't want to see evil mages in the world. I want to see good mages.
I guess this is the thing about role-playing, too, is that technically you're not doing it. We can still be the nice and warm and welcoming people. It's all Boba Fett.
Exactly.
He's making his own mind and doing things that we would never do.
Exactly. You know what? That's true. And Boba Fett has done a lot of things that I would never do. I'm sorry I'm laughing because I love Low Fat's contribution to the chat, which is I like turtles. I'm sorry, I find that really funny for some reason. Okay, we're going to discuss horses further because it's becoming a just chatting stream now as I just talk to the chat. Success! Ooh. Like a glorious success. We really talked about horses.
you really do have the powers of it.
Yep. You get into deep conversation about the horses, breeding, rearing, and all manner of subjects surrounding them. By the time the wheel is fixed, you've learned a few tips and tricks you were not aware of. You can tell this is exactly why he's the driver of the treasury cart. Thank him, and let them be on their way. Oh, I feel bad stealing from an armorer, no less, because this is not the way. But okay. Alright, let's see. What can we steal? Chainmail, Reeves, a hat, and another hat. And he says, who is this? Ralph, he says, he just finished his honed hat today. And so I feel like that's too far to steal the thing he just built. Also, I feel like chainmail is pretty close to armor, right?
Let's go for it. Let's get some.
Let's see.
We need some of that muscle. Stealth difficulty. There we go. They just said like.
Wow.
They saw 215 difficulty. Apparently, we have to hit.
Can I even do that right now? I don't think so.
That's not going to happen. He's got like this place is rigged.
Yeah,
there's no way we're gonna steal from him. Weaponsmith, can we steal a weapon?
Let's see if we can steal a weapon. That's so funny. We were like, let's leave in favor of an easier steal, and then it was
even more difficult.
Yeah.
Let's get a good sword. They're good. Does a lot of damage. Ooh. That broadsword does like 46 damage.
All right. Okay. That's probably going to be worth a lot, so it might be hard to steal.
Oh, 41.
41. Okay.
These people are brutal. Okay, we may have fixed one problem but created another. And then now it's become impossible to steal. Let's try it. We can do the market or the outfitter.
Oh, true. Okay. A towel. Sleep dart.
A towel.
A towel?
That's worth 42 gold.
Wow, that must be some towel. Thunderstone, some acid. Oh, lockpicks actually seem like something practical to steal.
I think we have lockpicks. Is there a thunderstone? No, there's no thunderstone. Oh yeah, he has a thunderstone.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, we love the Hitchhiker's Guide reference. And we have a towel quest coming up soon.
Nice.
So hopefully make a lot of people smile.
Nice. I don't have lockpicks. So I'm thinking.
Oh, I think we had. Oh, that was in one of the other choices.
Okay. I'm thinking we should steal some lockpicks. That feels very. And it's 12.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Shall we do this?
All right, let's try it.
All right. Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he stole. Oh no. All right. Success. I feel like we should run away.
Should we grab a towel?
Should we steal the towel too?
just the towel, and then we'll leave.
Okay, let's go for it. Oh, okay. We are a good thief.
I feel so dirty now.
Yeah.
Good thing we got a towel.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I stole those things from this poor guy. Demon who just wants to do his job. Okay.
We've started our redemption arc. We've got to go down before we can go up.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Cast a light spell or light a torch. I have a torch. So
there we go.
Okay. Usually when I do the dungeons and stuff and the depths, that's why I just can't. I kind of randomly click doors, hoping for the best. Oh, and in this case, it was awesome. All right, we're gonna fight some skeletons, guys. Let's go. Boba Fett. Okay. There's an Eternal Squire, Honored Dead, 2 of those. Okay. Let's see. What shall we attack first? I feel horribly under-equipped for this. And I don't have my magic missiles, which I almost always
we should pop a shield. People think shield.
Okay. An ice shield? Oh! It looks different from how it did before.
Yeah, we redesigned it.
Nice.
So it actually looks more than just programmer art.
It looks really good. It cast on self. Alright, we have a shield. And
you notice it took up your aura.
Okay.
Which is like the purple bar, and then you still have your action points like you had before.
Nice.
And they still bank, so if you don't use them up, then you can still.
I kind of want to see what the bow does, because every playthrough I've forgotten to equip weapons and haven't used them. So we're going to start launching arrows at the Honored Dead.
I don't know if you noticed that, for those of you who were playing the game earlier, we released a new version today, and you can actually see like the damage flying off of them.
Yeah, it's cool. He stabbed me.
And it actually like flies off of you.
Uh-oh, they're getting closer. I feel threatened. Okay.
All right. So when you look at the skeletons, one of the things that I started doing is like checking to see, okay, what kind of shields they have up. So you can see he's got 50 magical shield, 20 physical shield.
Yeah.
So you're better off doing physical damage, and that guy, you worn down his physical shield. So, but if you attack him with magic attacks, then it's going to get absorbed by his magical shield.
All right, so we're going to keep
like
these.
I should say not magical attacks, but magical like attacks that do magic damage. Because like magic missile and daggerfall do physical damage, whereas some of the others like lightning bolt I think is magic damage. So you kind of want to balance it out and see like, okay, well, where can I attack, and kind of have less armor to deal with.
I can swing at this guy with my last 2. Nice. They stabbed me, but my shield is holding. Oh, it's not holding anymore.
Oh no. And that other guy still got a swing. Oh, he killed Boba Fett.
He just one-shot me.
Oh no.
Oh no, we didn't get our redemption arc.
No. I guess that's the Sarlacc pit for us.
That is the Sarlacc pit. Wow. That's so sad. He just one-shot me. That's not... I mean, I did say...
Yeah, if that other guy hadn't taken the field... Yeah.
In all fairness, I did say Orca is still bad at Archmage Rises. Oh.
This is a true Archmage Rises.
Yeah, it is, indeed. The last corpse slides into the pit beside you. The clerk makes a half-hearted attempt to read the ritual words by the light of the gravedigger's flickering lantern. More bodies follow, and soon the only evidence that you ever existed has disappeared beneath the crude bundles of rope and rough cloth. Before the first shovelful of dirt descends, already been forgotten. That is deeply tragic. That's so sad. But, on the bright side, we didn't go to jail for stealing.
Yes, Zach, you will see stories of your characters. Something that is cool that I mentioned on Discord is that it's not in it yet. It is coming. Oh, by the way, here's one of the new title screens.
Oh, I love it.
So when you go to load a game, what we are baking into it is that it will show what you've done up to this point, kind of like a GM does. Like whenever you come back to the table, it's like, okay, here's what you guys did last week. So we're going to kind of add that into the little, a little blurb of that on the loading screen so that you can see what you've done the last time that you played.
Oh, that's awesome. Very exciting.
Brief moment of glorious petty larceny.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we got what we deserved.
We did. The skeleton just brought justice upon us. Do you have any socials that you would like to share?
Yeah, you can find me at all the places as philmacnevin. I have the same things on Twitch. Let me just type it in here. So if you go anywhere on social media, you can find me there. Also, Archmage Rises. You go to our Steam page, that would be great. And you can also catch me on Discord on our official Archmage Rises /Defiance Discord server. That's where I'm hanging out a lot, so catch me there. That's probably one of the best places. And yeah, those are the socials.
Awesome. All right. And with that, I hope to see some of you guys next week. But until then, Cetacean Squadron dismissed.